Hi, I'm Whitney with the Marion Public Library, and I have been reading When Women Ruled the World by Kara Cooney. There is much more that we don't know about the ancient world than what we do, and even less about women in the ruling classes, partly because of efforts from following rulers to establish their dynasties by erasing the legacies that came before them. What I really love about this book and about Egyptology in general is the way that the researchers and the archaeologists have to kind of fill in the blanks to the mysteries. They have to look at things like coins and pottery, in addition to art and temples, and even messages that have been written to the builders and the artisans. They have to kind of piece together these clues to try to figure out what life would have been like. And my absolute favorite thing is when they find something that turns everything on its head. And that is something that Kara Cooney talks about in this book. There are rulers that are now believed to have been female when it was thought that they were kings. Some things are still up for debate, and she is very clear about that in this book, but there is more that we know now than we've ever known before. So she takes us through a 3,000 span of history in ancient Egypt, up to and including the time of Cleopatra, and what we do know about those occasions when women rose to power. And there's a clear precedent for females in power through this time, either mentoring young kings, being full-on monarchs themselves, or having high-ranking positions in their religious classes. So it's very interesting read, and there's a lot more. If you're interested in this topic or you want to know more about women in the ancient world and women in the ruling classes, we've got some other great options. If you want to stick with Cleopatra, which was my favorite part of the book, was learning about Cleopatra, we have more information about her daughter after the fall of her family, and some of the kids that did survive. Not a lot is known about what happened to them. So this kind of helps fill in the blanks there. And I kind of tried to get a spread of books from different places in the world. So this is about the queens of Jerusalem. We have reimagining the history of the Amazons and the search for the Amazons. And we also have books on the Middle Ages, women who were erased from history. That's a big theme throughout these books, is the erasure of the legacies that came before, and especially the females in ruling classes. We've got she-wolves, the women who ruled England before Elizabeth. And I want to give honorable mention, though it does not specifically focus on female leaders. Sarah Vowell's Unfamiliar Fishes is about the history of Hawaii from Hawaii's inception, when their cultural tradition starts, to right about its statehood time. And there were some very strong female leaders in Hawaii. This is a wonderful narrative nonfiction pick. So if you are interested in this topic, if you like history, we have some great options for you. Thanks so much for watching. Please tell us what you've been reading in the comments.